Hello there everyone. Winter's here, isn't it now, guys? Freezing out there. So, as you know, I worked at Dawes, Stockton. I had places boxed off in Middlesbrough, rave clubs all over the place. Anyway, so just to tell you, remember the night when I told you about the fight I had on the Berlins was a good club. I got that because there was a naughty family from Thornaby. It was all mainly Thornaby people went there, even though it was in Stockton. And they used to come. Paul Owens, who's a great lad. He was a mixed martial arts judo champion. He's a nice lad. And when I had trouble that night with the 17 Wrecking Crew, he come round to help us, and also Maxie Smith from Middlesbrough. He worked on the door around the corner for me, and he came round. Maxie Smith, super fit man, middleweight champion boxer, absolutely brilliant, legend of a fighter. And smart as a carrot. Worked on the door, very good friend with John Black. We used to go to his gym. People say, oh, he's fit for his age. He's like 50, I think he's about 50 at the time. John Black said he's fit for any age. But he's fit for a 20-year-old and mine a 50-year-old. He was super fit, this man. And he used to say to me, Bri, these bodybuilders and powerlifters all that, what they do, they take that much gear. They get out of breath because they've got that many steroids. And then he says, just keep back and punch them free on the nose because they're always in the mirror looking at themselves. And he said to them, I've had a few of them in here, good looking lads, big massive muscles and that. And as soon as they get a couple of bats to the nose, they're back in fighting. So he was right. So anyway, I started getting all the doors. I got chaplains at the bottom of the town run by Cookie, a man called Cook. I had the other club, Brian, I can't remember his second name. We used to have the Reindeer. I had that. We worked at, obviously I worked on Henry Africans with John Black and them. And then we had the In Time. It's not in town, across the road was In Town from us, and then we had downtown, then we had Waterfront, then we worked at Billingham, the big night out, and Eleanor Rigby's. We had I think it was called In Town, sure it was, that one, something in near the picture, it was like a picture house, it used to be a cinema. We had that in Billingham as well, then we had another couple of clubs in Billingham. So we had, everywhere was boxed off really. Red Car, used to work at Sharky's, used to work at the Top Tech, used to work at Leo's, used to work at Sandpiper, all them clubs I used to work over the years. So anyway, I was working on the door and I was working for a man called Kev. I can't think his second name now, but we're talking like 30 odd years ago. Kevin Brown, was it? No, it's not Kevin Brown, Kevin. I can't think his second name anyway. Kevin, little ginger-haired lad, and his wife Anne. I've seen her not long ago. Her daughter lives up here. I think they live somewhere down south, somewhere at Oxfordshire. I think he lives now. Where I got my first Cosworth from. Anyway, we were working on the door. There was me, Cookie, Ali Johnson sometimes worked with us, Adish, Mark Johnson, people like that. So John Wheeler from passed away now, good lad John. We went to the Wilkies, millionaires. They ended up buying the nightclubs. So Coasters was the first, right, was a big nightclub down Seaton Crew. They built it all brand new, everything was lovely. So I went down there to work, first night there. So John Whelan come with us, Cookie come with us, I think Bernie McDevitt come, I think. What else was this? I think it was Bob Rourke who worked with us. There's quite a few anyway. We went down, about 6 of us. I think it was a Monday night. And it'd been open for a while, but they didn't want the doorman from Hartlepool. They wanted me because Kevin was best friends with these. So anyway, I got the job on the door. I was huge at the time. So I'm working on the door. And people are coming in and going, all right, and when I and blah, blah, I knew most people in Hartlepool because I lived there since I was 8-year-old, so I was 18 when I left there and I went and lived at Red Car. So I'm on the door and 2 lads come in, mouthy gobshites. Anyway, they've had a go with me in there, because I'm massive. Bob shouting, no, full drink, fucking being clever, about 12 o'clock it was at night. Anyway, I've hit 2 of them, knocked them out, put them out the fucking club. Next minute, the other one comes in, he goes, oh, the doorman said, oh, whatever it was, say £2 to get in or £3 or whatever, in £2. He went, I'm the fucking owner. And I sat out, this was the owner. I thought, talking to my doorman like they're fucking shit. And when I used to get clubs, I used to say to the owners, right, you own the club, but I do the security. So what I say doesn't come in. Do you understand me? Because if you do, I'll just walk out the door. Because I know when someone's wrong. You're great at getting punters in, serving people. My job's security. I can just look at a certain person and tell they're going to cause trouble. I can tell by the body language when like a gang of lads coming. So even lasses coming who will get drunk and cause trouble with other people, and I wouldn't have the bin. And 99 times out of 100 I was right. The bell would go, but you hit him with the blue top. both DJ would say, Dobbin to the DJ box, or Dobbin downstairs or upstairs, you go running in, every time it was the same one. So anyway, the owners come in, shouting his mouth, shouting like a lunatic. I said, don't talk that fucking Dobbin like that, I'm the owner, he said. And he was with this big lad, he was a rugby player, this lad, I only found out because a couple of my friends from Hartlepool knew him. And yeah, but he's my mate and all that shout, so he's had to go him and he threw a few punches. And I missed it, I got caught with his fucking right hand and I've caught him the left hook at the same time as he went down. Bashed him, he's got on the floor, knocked out. I got outside, it's fucking freezing, so just to seat and crew this on the front, fucking freezing cold them out because I've only got my shirt on and a dicky ball. So I've gone outside, I've had to run down, anyway, across the road there's all the arcades and everything, but on the left hand side there used to be a red pillar box or phone box. I've had to phone someone to come pick me up from there because the Dobbin is still in the club. So they've stayed in the club. Anyway, I've got somebody to phone them and contact them to tell them just walk away from the club. We're not working there, fucking shove the club at the arse. So I walked away because he was a horrible cunt, you know, the owner. So I walked away from the club. I wasn't going to have my doorman talk to him, or spoke to the way he was. But I was only in there fucking, like about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I knocked 3 people out, fucking hell. So that was it. So that was my job finishing there. So that was another story. And all that was it for to tell you. So later on, the cop, what I'd done is I went down to the Blue Lagoon. It's right down the other end towards Greythorpe, and I picked down there, and I've told them where I'm at, where you can pick me up. And as I'm stood there, I could hear and all these police cars were coming. It was only fucking not the superintendent. I think he was like a detective sergeant or something. His dad was the policeman, and he played rugby, big rugby player, about 18 stone, but couldn't fight, save his fucking life. Big strong lad, but no balance and no body movement through these big daft windmills at me, missed me, I caught my 2 shots, gone. But yeah, just so I packed the door in, so I wouldn't tolerate people talking to my doorman and people like shit. So I'd rather walk away. So that's another story in the day. Don't forget to push the like buttons, do the trolls head in.